check, check. Testing. How's that? Perfect. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second day of Mela 2014. India Mela 2014. You're in for a treat. We have 25 groups performing on the stage today. All sorts of dances, cultural arts and crafts programs from all over India. India is a country of many subcultures. The Indian culture is composed of 64 different languages, and these languages all come with their own clothing, their own fashion, their own arts and culture, and their own distinctive foods. So we have 5 chefs here who will be creating delicacies from all over India, so the booths will be open in a bit. But meanwhile, to start day 2 off, I'm going to ask the president of the ICCA, Mr. Gordy Dodd, to welcome you, and then we'll introduce the first act.
Thank you, Saba. First of all, I want to thank God, giving it a so nice day. It's a nice, bright day. I think we're going to get lots of people. Yesterday was pretty busy day. We have about 300 total performers of young boys and girls, and they're going to do up to 7 o'clock. They're going to keep the stage busy. And then we got lots of foods in the back, lots of shows in the back. We are trying to keep our Indian culture alive for the new generations and for everybody. We want to live in this beautiful country. It's a mixture of all the cultures, and we are one of those cultures. We want to give our all good values to the other culture, and we want to share the other good values from the other culture. So it's going to be fun starting pretty soon. It's going to be busy day today. And after that, you can go and have a drink, and you can eat over there. And today, it's the starting of the Mela. And Saba.
Our first group for you, ladies and gentlemen, represents a part of India that is one of its best known parts, classical music. Classical music and these instruments have been used in India for 6,000 years. That's 6,000 years. Many nations start counting their history from 2,000 years ago. These kind of instruments have been around for 6,000 years. It is very, very intricate, very complex, very calming. In a way, it's a type of meditation, it's a type of spirituality. So you're in for a treat today. We have Vinod Bhardwaj and friends. Vinod is a musician and a poet who performs under the name Nishad Raza Janpuri. And if I butchered his name, he'll come up and correct me in a minute. He can play the bansuri, the sitar, the tabla, the harmonium, and he can express himself in the medium of Urdu Shairi. Urdu is a very ancient love language of India, and Shairi means poetry. Urdu is much like French as a language of romance. He's been invited to recite at the famous Shankar Shad Mashari in 1995 and the Galab Yadgar Mashari in 1998 and 1999. He performed at the World Bank in Washington on the occasion of Gandhi Janta in 1999. He was inducted into the Edmonton Arts and Culture Hall of Fame in 2008, and Folkways Alive at the University of Alberta has archived Mr. Vinod's work. I'm going to ask him to come up here to introduce his group. But I want you to give him a great big round of applause first. Pump him up, ladies and gentlemen. Vinod Bhardwaj and friends.
Thank you. Thank you, Sabha. Anyway, like Sabha said, till 2008 I was an Edmontonian, and since then I've been living in Victoria and calling this my home. On the tabla here is Dr. Suresh Basroor, who took up the tabla after he retired. So it is very commendable that he plays the tabla quite well. And he'll be accompanying me on the tabla. And my wife Robina, she'll be giving the beat on the djembe, which is actually an African instrument. Now, because of the occasion, I'll take the liberty of telling you more about the instruments themselves and about the music rather than performing or concentrating on actual performing the thing. The sitar is made up of a hollowed piece of teak with a pumpkin as a base, dried pumpkin as a base. And the real name, the original name was Sehtar, which means 3 wires, and it was a Persian word. And then the Indians worked on it for the last about 1200 years and gave it 20 strings. But you really only play on one string, all the others are sympathetic strings. This drone here is an actual electronic replacement of a real instrument called the tanpura. Tanpura means that which makes the music whole. And it's really that the actual tanpura looks very much like the sitar, but doesn't have any frets. And it has 4 strings, so it's always tuned to the major chord, you know. So One of the other instruments of the Indian subcontinent is the bamboo flute. It's really considered, or was considered, a folk instrument till about 50 years ago when it started coming into the classical realm. One of the things that I should really tell you is you must have heard the word raga, in connection with Indian music, raga. Raga actually, the real word is rag, just rag. And what it literally means is passion or emotion or a type of longing. And a set of notes used in a particular way, they constitute a rag. So if I play all the notes, this is a raga. It's called the Bilawal. But then if I play making it a pentatonic, just 5 notes, that becomes a different raga. And the ancient people found out that using particular notes conjured up various emotions. They corresponded to various emotions of man. And using particular notes at particular times of the day affected you differently. And so they classified all the notes, or the use of the notes, into 10 main families. And each family has about 150 variations. So there are so many ragas. So that is a lesson in Indian classical music. Now, to portray some of the music which is played on the flute, I like to tell a little story of this person from Canada who was a Brit. He was from Scotland, I think. And he used to play the flute, and he would play an old English folk song, which went something like this. To amuse his kids playing this song. And then he went on a tour, and the first place he went to was the West Indies. And there he heard this sound. were tunes with an African influence. Then he ends up in India. And in India, he gets exposed to all sorts of tunes and styles. Because as you must have noticed when I started playing the sitar, for the first few minutes I played it without a beat. So in India, whenever you play a song or sing a song or whatever, you first take those notes and introduce them to the audience by just going over, what the melody sounds like, and then you launch into the actual song with the beat. So this person, he starts his journey right at the eastern part of India where tea is grown, Assam. That's a very distinct part of India, and that's where the bamboos come from, by the way. So he goes there and so then he goes to the south of India. Now the south of India is totally different. And there, this was what he came across. And then he comes across this very melodious song. So now we can't come back from India without going to the Punjab. You know, the majority of the people here, majority of the East Indians here in BC actually, are from this Punjab region. Punjab literally means the 5 rivers, the 5 waters. So okay. So now he comes back after hearing all these things, and he tries to play Scarborough Fair again. And this is how he plays it now. Now the last instrument I want to show you is the harmonium. Now this is not particularly an Indian instrument originally. It was brought to India about 300 years ago by the German missionaries, and they used it as a mobile church organ. And when they left, or when the Indians saw it, they took it over and made it one of their own. They didn't change the name though. The Latin name, harmonium, is still there. That's what we call it. And you can't find it in any other place in the world except in India. And it has been adopted to religious music as well as folk music, but not to classical music. And now, I'm going to put Gaudy Dodd on notice here. So right after I sing the last part, I'm going to invite Gaudy Dodd to sing a song, because he is a good singer. He loves to sing and entertain people. And what I'm going to show you is how the instrument is used in religious music. Religious music is basically chanting. So I desperately need you to chant with me. This is a call and response chant, okay? And I will say the word and you just repeat it in the same way. Now, chanting actually has very deep roots in all the ancient religions, even in the Christian religion, the Gregorian chants and all that, you know. And when you chant, all the other worries, they just melt away. So what we're going to chant is just two little words, Hari Bol. Hari means the blissful God, that divine that provides you bliss. And Bol means say. Just say the name of Hari. So, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol. 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 Hari Bol. Gaudi tells me that he's going to sing a song which says that my shoes are from Japan. Mera juta hai Japani. My pants are from England. My hat is from Russia, but my heart, it's from India. So
We are all immigrants, and most of us, like in my age, we have spent 30, 20 years in the old country, and it's a beautiful country. We are living in Canada. We are proud of this, and still, from inside, everybody once in a while goes to the time where we spend our young age. And the song that Binoji told you is my shoes are from Japan, my pant is from UK, and my heart is still Indian. So this is song is a pretty old song, but still pretty nice. मेरा जूता है जापानी, ये पतलून इंग्लिस्तानी, सर पे लाल टोपी रूसी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी। मेरा जूता है जापानी, ये पतलून इंग्लिस्तानी, सर पे लाल टोपी रूसी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी। मेरा जूता है जापानी। मेरा जूता है जापानी, ये पतलून इंग्लिस्तानी, सर पे लाल टोपी रूसी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी। मेरा जूता है जापानी। निकल पड़े हैं खोल सफर कर, अपना सीना ताने, अपना सीना ताने। निकल पड़े हैं खोल सड़क पर, अपना सीना ताने, अपना सीना ताने। मंजिल कहाँ कहाँ रुकती है, ऊपर वाला जाने, ऊपर वाला जाने। अपना मौत की निशानी, अपना मौत की निशानी, सर पे लाल टोपी रूसी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी। मेरा जूता है जापानी, ये पतलून इंग्लिस्तानी, पे लाल टोपी रूसी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी। मेरा जूता है जापानी। हम शहजादे प्रेम नगर के नन्ही नादाने, अपना सीना थाने। हम सगासन पर जा बैठे, जब जब करे इरादे, जब जब करे इरादे। ना मौत की निशानी, सर पे जाल की निशानी, सर पे लाल टोपी रूसी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी। मेरा जूता है जापानी, ये पतलून इंग्लिस्तानी, सर पे लाल टोपी रूसी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी। मेरा जूता है जापानी। निकल पड़े हैं खुली सड़क पर, अपना सीना ताने, अपना सीना ताने। मंजिल कहाँ कहाँ रुकती है, ऊपर वाला जाने, ऊपर वाला जाने। न मौत की निशानी, न मौत की निशानी, सर पे लाल टोपी रूसी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी। मेरा जूता है जापानी, पतलून इंग्लिस्तानी, सर पे लाल टोपी रूसी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी। मेरा जूता है जापानी, मेरा जूता है जापानी, मेरा जूता है जापानी। I'd like to thank Vinod ji and Sevk ji and Ravina ji for giving me this kind of music. A little bit about Vinod ji. He's a specialist. We are proud of him, of the Indian music. He knows even the musicians in India. He is really, really good. You know, give a big hand to Vinod ji. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Okay, that's cool.